Hey guys, the big grammar concept that we're looking at in this unit is the immediate past tense versus the descriptive past tense. The one that we've been working with so far in this semester is the immediate past tense. We've learned to say, for example, ayer Namibia Flores fue al gimnasio. Hizo abdominales, saltó a la cuerda. Those are all examples of the immediate past tense. And in the article that you're reading for this unit about video games, here's a sentence or a couple of sentences that have really good examples of the immediate past tense. Chenai Liu realizó un estudio en la Universidad de Illinois. Descubrió que los videojuegos pueden hacer que los niños estén más sanos. Okay? So the immediate past tense is something that happened one time, like a snap, immediately. Okay? Versus the descriptive past tense, which is something that used to happen more generally. For example, sus padres limitaban la cantidad de horas que podía jugar, pero él rompía las reglas. Oops, that should be las reglas. So they're not saying that one time, like yesterday, his parents limited his hours that he could play, but he broke the rules. This is saying that in general, when he was a kid, his parents would do this. They would limit the hours that he could play, but he would break the rules. This can sometimes be difficult for students who are English speakers because we don't have two past tenses in English. We just have the one. So like limit, limited, that we usually add the ed if it's a regular verb to make something past. So if I say in English, his parents limited the amount of time he could spend playing video games, I don't know by that sentence limited the amount of time, whether I mean yesterday, one time, his parents limited, or his parents used to, when he was a kid, limit the amount of time that he could play video games. Okay? So in English, we don't make that distinction, which can make it kind of challenging for English speakers learning Spanish, because we have to think like, okay, which verb do I want to use? But it also means that we can be a bit more detailed, we can be more specific, and give more interesting and full information when we're talking about the past. Okay, so let's look at how we conjugate these verbs. We have AR verbs, in this case, limitar, to limit, and ER-IR verbs, in this case, romper, to break. And we've seen these used in this sentence here. Sus padres limitaban la cantidad de horas que podía jugar, pero él rompía las reglas. Okay? So una vez, one time, his parents did that, like yesterday, right? Or in this case, we're going to say his mom. We'll do the ella form of the verb. Su madre limitó, and this should look familiar to you. We've been practicing with this form. Limitó la cantidad de horas, pero él rompió las reglas, right? She limited in his play and he broke the rules one time. This happened yesterday. Versus in general, su mamá limitaba las horas que podía jugar y él rompía las reglas. Okay? So for AR, for the immediate past tense, and this is the one that we've been working with, we add an O. And for ER-IR, we add the yo. Don't forget the accent marks there. For the descriptive past tense, for AR, we're going to add aba, and this is in the LA form of the verb. And for ER and IR verbs, we're going to add ia. Okay, now complete the rest of the activity. Good luck, and ask if you have questions.